Oh, I don't want to hear anything. My headphones are on. Phones.
Now you'll be able to hear me. Sorry about that. I forgot to switch the microphone.
You were still set up for watching Sailor Moon.
Yeah, I forgot to switch it back.
Yay! It wasn't my fault.
No, I forgot. I forgot I was going to come on and switch that before we started, but I forgot that I hadn't done that yet. So yeah, sadly no Coxon this week because she has problems, I guess, issues she needs to sort out.
Real life came up.
Yep. I has a sad, but we'll reschedule for another night sometime in the future. And apparently Yell's around tonight. Uh-oh. He's going for the throat. I bet he's not. I bet he's just firing off oh, sure. That's what they all say. Guess. Sure, whatever. Well, yeah, don't sit here and talk to us. What the hell? Don't be with your people, Yell. My God.
I wonder how confused people get when we talk about things in the chat room.
No more confusing than when we're talking to each other. He probably shouldn't be sitting on the internet talking to us if he's got a guest over. He should probably go be with his guest and not be on the internet. I think he's just making shit up because he's afraid to talk to us.
I don't know. Grieve will be here, but she will be dropping in on us.
Wait, say that again? She won't?
She will be here, but later.
Oh. Yes, excellent.
She has errands to run, and traffic is kind of shitting because there's road construction, so.
I know that all too well. There's only 2 seasons here, winter and road construction.
Well, we tend to have road construction, alongside our fire and flood season.
Exactly.
Welcome to episode 36 of the Super Happy Gamatron Tea Party with Kiki. And eventually Dream. Turn up the volume and suck down some tea, bitches.
I think Yosemite might still be on fire.
When is it not on fire?
Okay, unintentional fire. It's not actually on, oh my god fire all that often. It's just you're currently on oh my god fire.
The forest is burning down. Yeah. This is why we need guest people, because neither of us have anything to say of any real value.
Well, we spend all week talking to each other.
Yeah,
and then by Friday it's like, I don't know.
That's why I like having guest stars, because then they keep us going. Because you and I are just like, I like sleep. Sleep is good.
Sleep is good. And tea is good.
I wish I could have recorded the rant that I had towards my coworker today at work about watching Sailor Moon. I just kept going and going. He was asking me, he's like, so what? Why are you suddenly so into it? I'm just like, oh my god, what the hell? It's just like, when they brought it over when I was a kid, it was all like, Sailor Moon is a Barbie proxy. But then it's all like, you watch it in Japanese and she's just this kind of like, nerdy, dorky, awkward, kind of clumsy crybaby, doesn't really care about school role model. Like, even if you're a complete dork, you can still be a hero.
Yep.
He just stared at me like, you sir are crazy. I'm like, yes I am. I just about shit a brick when I saw that picture today. I was just like, oh my god, what the fuck? And you're like, it's just a fan drawing. I'm like, damn it.
Way to get all excited, man.
What now?
Way to get all excited.
I'm sorry.
Although they've been pretty good about keeping that shit under wraps.
Yeah, they're being dead quiet about what's coming.
All we know is winter. All we know is winter.
Exactly. Although, I have to admit that the picture of, like, the adult Sailor Scouts with their proxy clone daughters was kind of an interesting idea. I'm not sure what to make of Housewife Usagi. And the concept that twins? Not sure what to make of that. Did you see that other picture, the other, like, group picture?
Yeah, I've seen the collection of images before. That's how I know it was fan art.
Oh.
I just found the link for you. Well,
yes. Yeah, the twins, like the mini Usagi and then Chibi Usa, but bigger.
Yeah, would they both be Usagi then?
It's like they're twins.
Yeah.
But then the argument becomes like, is that like one takes after Darien? Sorry, not Darien, Mamoru, and the other one takes after Usagi, and so technically the one that looks like her is actually, like, you know, she's the twin that takes after her father, which would be really funny to have, like, a kind of tough, sharp, smart-looking Usagi. Although I have to admit, the housewife, dead mother Usagi is kind of an interesting concept.
Yeah, it's the woman who can barely cook or bake and probably is not that great at house chores. Totally good at being a housewife.
You don't know. I mean, she should have time to learn, maybe. see, to me, that's the juxtaposition for me. It's like, I love the idea of seeing, like, you know, grand heroes in daily, like, slice of life shows, or when they do that with a show that's not normally slice of life. It's hilarious. Like when Piccolo and Goku learned to drive cars to make Chi-Chi happy in Dragon Ball Z. It's so funny. It's like, Piccolo, who dressed you? Well, your wife, Goku. These were clothes out of your closet. Oh, sorry about that.
Chi-Chi.
I like Chi-Chi. I think she's a good character.
Chi-Chi is awesome. She's not, you know, not that she's a pushover, but comparatively she kind of is, but she is so, like, bitch, you will listen to me. That She gets, you know, Piccolo, who once was, you know, I want to destroy, wanted to destroy everything, to A, put on mundane clothing, and B, get a fucking driver's license, which neither of them need.
Consider for a moment, she's strong enough to withstand sexual intercourse with a Saiyan. And then
apparently Bulma is too.
And then bring to term not once, but twice, his children.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow convince his previous arch enemy to teach their firstborn son, who ends up being, like, his guardian and teacher at the same time, was a fucking space alien slug, lack of a better word, who kicks ass. I mean, to me, the very concept of Chi-Chi is kind of amazing. Like, she talked an idiot like Goku into falling in love with her. Not really talked to, but she showed through action her love of Goku, who reciprocated.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta love Goku. Like, I mean, Goku's not, like, you know, like, the fact that Goku, like, somehow found those feelings to me is interesting on a completely different aside. I like the idea of somewhat, I'll say realistic, but I like realistic courting in anime. I find it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's done so infrequently, and I love the concept of like halfway through the series, the alpha couple gets together, and then it's all about them being together and all the trials and tribulations of being together bring. Because so many animes rely on the whole, wow, the ultimate goal is to get the girl. Once you get there, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. They don't really think about, well, now that they're together, how does this work?
This is why I'm so utterly interested in Eureka 7 Astral Ocean, because theoretically, the logical progression is the main character from Astral Ocean is the son of Elreka from the first series. It's not something they make, any qualms about, but the question becomes, so a human boy and a space alien girl did the nasty and actually produced viable offspring, and what the hell happened in the meantime? Yeah, I can't wait for part 2 of that.
It'll just have to be a good boy and wait.
I don't want to wait.
Well, there is literally nothing I can do about it.
No, I know, it's only a month, give or take.
Oh, you poor thing, a whole month.
It's October 15th it's supposed to come out. Month and a half, whatever.
You can do it.
Oh, yeah, I'll be fine.
You've got other things to fill your time.
I really do.
Like Sailor Moon.
Yes.
Really,
I've really been on a...
Go ahead.
I've really been on an anime kick like the last couple of weeks. It's been kind of crazy. I've gotten through at least 3 or 4 series and what was taking me months to watch one beforehand. Part of that, too, is I've been watching stuff that I actually have been enjoying, which was, up until recently, I had a spat of, I would say, mediocre to bad animes.
Well, they can't all be good. Or at least good to your taste.
Yeah. But yeah, Sailor Moon has been quite the experience for us. That was...
What episode did we get up to?
We are up to... was it episode 24 is next?
What was the last one we saw? Yeah.
Because I think I stopped right about the point where it switches to the second box set.
Yeah.
Because we're real close to Sailor Jupiter arriving.
Yes, because we saw the one where they go to the ball, and then the thing where Nephrite saves Molly after that. So, 24 is next. Yay, 24. More drama.
Yes. Well, at least we're finally on the second box set. Or we will be, I should say.
The focus is going to be a lot less about, ooh, we need energy, and more about, find that fucking crystal!
Indeed. The amazing crystal of awesomeness.
That we only just started talking about.
Well, at least we're not so far in that she's Super Sailor Moon yet. That's still a good 100 episodes away.
Well, yeah, that doesn't happen until
Season 3.
Yeah. And only occasionally, and then it's all the time in Super S.
The joys of Sentai.
Yay.
Why must I be a crustacean in love?
Oh, we watched that last night?
Yeah, it was the 28th it was on TV, and so I finally saw it was on, and was like, oh, I should watch that.
It was so sweet.
That episode was great.
Finally, something works out for Zoidberg.
Hooray for Zoidberg!
Because in Zoidberg's defense, smelling completely terrible is something you want in the culture it comes from.
And horrible crab aliens? Or lobster aliens?
I suppose... Uh-oh. Shit. Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay.
I thought we were going to lose.
Okay. Everybody's here.
Hooray! I was worried there for a second because it's like, there's a connection problem. Give us a moment to reconnect. And I'm like, oh, shit. Well, this episode's going nowhere.
I got into such a panic, I forgot what I was going to say.
The fact that I found Girls Bravo for $40.
Yay! Girls Bravo, yay!
I have no idea what I even bought. I was like, this looks interesting.
Harem anime with fan service.
Woo! It's my kind of anime. It's gonna be silly.
Yeah, it's pretty silly.
I need to watch some more Inuyasha soon, too. Not sure what I'm going to watch next.
I don't know. But it'll start to be something.
I've got a pile. I'll watch something. It'll happen, maybe.
I think there's pretty good chances that it will happen.
What now?
I said there are probably pretty good chances that you watching something will happen.
Oh, yeah. I need to watch some more H.C. Bailey playing Final Fantasy VIII since I finished Final Fantasy VII now. I'm going to watch him play Final Fantasy IX. Why? Because I can.
Why would you watch someone play 8?
Because I don't want to play 8, but I want to know why everyone rants and raves about it being the greatest Final Fantasy ever made.
Because they're idiots. That's why.
You all say that now. But I always hear all the fanboys be like, Final Fantasy VIII was the greatest Final Fantasy ever.
Well, I do not agree.
All I know right now is that the story is weird. The battle system is fucked.
Yeah, that's, oh my god. Battle system is so fucking stupid.
Like, if I had to pick, like, a traditional battle system that I like from one of those games, I have to say 9 wins it for me.
Well, 9 was a nice, well, let's kind of go back to basics.
Yeah.
I really liked 9, considering I hated 8 so much. And
7 is interesting. 8 is just like, what? And 9 is like, what?
Yeah. I enjoyed 7 and all, but it's not like the shit to me. 6 will always be my favorite.
I believe 7 needs to be remade.
It would certainly so.
It would benefit the most from a graphical update of all the PlayStation era games. Like, the sprite games are okay because, like, the art doesn't age.
Oh yeah, it's still beautiful sprite work.
Yeah. I mean, 6 still looks as good as it did the day it came out. Whereas, like, 7 is kind of a horrible mess. 8 is just like, okay, and 9 is just like, eesh. 9 is fine as long as you don't watch it, but as long as you don't play it on, like, a HD screen. And you're just like, oh, God. What the fuck?
And making it spooky in the bedroom. Wow. Because it's hot, and the light's just making it hotter.
Hooray?
Yes. It's all dark and spooky. Ignoring lights from computers and televisions.
Indeed.
But yeah, 6 will always be my favorite. Always and forever.
It's been a long time since I've played 6. I kind of remember the premise, but that's probably another one I should watch him play through. I was kind of interested in his Chrono Cross playthrough, but like that goes on for like 300 episodes, so I was like, maybe sometime when I am like catatonic.
Chrono Cross is fucking long.
He has 3 appendixes to the original series. I can only imagine the amount of crap he covered. So I watched his Chrono Trigger playthrough and I was just like, holy crap. I don't know what it is about AC Bailey, but I like his style of playthrough. He keeps his episodes mostly to 10-minute chunks, which is really nice. I find that to be about the perfect amount of time to, if like I just want to watch something, I don't get bored. Apparently Kiki has the sniffles.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you better be. I'm checking your fist at you, even though you can't see it.
My sinuses were not happy after I vomited yesterday, and apparently they're getting their revenge with the sniffles.
That's what you get for shooting vomit up your nasal cavity.
Well, it's not my fault that it always happens.
You're just a sickly thing.
Yep. Yes, I am.
One moment I had to make fun of my cousin. Again.
Okay, go make fun of your cousin.
She posted, why isn't life like a Tinkerbell movie? I keep asking the weed fairy to make my horrible weeds go away, but they still stay. And I'm like, oh, it's obvious. It's called Simazine. Very magical stuff, wink wink. I don't like poison. Poison is such a strong word. I prefer chemical deterrent. So yeah, other than that, what's shaking, Bacon?
Well, I was gonna say how much I hated FF10, and 10-2 was even worse. I love the job system and everything that game's terrible, and now he's
Hello.
Hi.
Hi again.
Sorry.
Your internet is big bitchy this week, apparently.
Yes. I don't know what the last thing that was actually recorded. We were talking about Final Fantasy stuff. What had I said?
I don't remember.
I don't know. The newer FF games are really hit or miss with me.
It just hasn't been the same since, like, Final Fantasy X.
I mean, I loved 11, and I like new 14, but I haven't played 13, and everything I've seen of it does not give me any desire to do so. And like I said, I hate 10, but I liked 9, but I hated 8, and 7 is okay, but for me it's not the same as everybody else, where it's like, it's the best thing ever.
Yeah, I find the games to be kind of hit and miss depending on your age bracket. Like, I found 2 okay, 5 I didn't get that far into, and 6 I liked a lot.
I suppose that there's just a wide variety of games with the Final Fantasy title attached to it that somebody is bound to like.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Wonder how much longer it will stay up this time.
I hope longer than it did the last time. Hope you don't go through what last night, where it like drops every 5 minutes for about half an hour.
Hey, eventually it stopped.
After you beat it senseless.
Oh my god! The ninja has come to attack me! Oh wait, it's just Grief. I wouldn't be much of a ninja.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm an idiot and forgot to grab you a chair. That's fine.
So go grab her a chair?
I am not above sitting on the floor. No, apparently she's just gonna sit on the floor. Paul? Can you hear me from there?
She sounds decent. Like,
okay.
Sounds a little farther away than normal, but not terribly so.
Hi, bud. You could just
Hi, Grave.
Get a chair. I could.
You know, it's totally acceptable to stop and go get a chair.
Am I lazy? I'm lazy.
Okay.
So, I can't hear anything. Oh, use the volume thing.
Yeah, God. Are you stupid?
A little bit. Mm-hmm.
I blame the working at Walmart on that.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
I try.
I'll try harder.
So, yes, sir. It's just the three of us. Our guests have canceled. Aww.
Yeah, Cogson had some personal stuff to take care of tonight, so she's, as I stated earlier, out.
That sucks. You're on the ground. I'm on the ground. If it bothers you, I will go get a chair.
I'm on a boat. I'm on a motherfucking boat.
Oh, I love the Lonely Island. What are you guys talking about? We were talking about Final Fantasy.
We don't know how to hold a conversation because all we do is talk to each other during the week. We need you, Grieve. You're the special ingredient that keeps us going.
I'm Paprika! Yes, you're Paprika. I'm Paprika.
That really weird film about dream therapy made by Satoshi Kon?
Yeah, she's actually making a reference to the film at the end. I made a reference to something relevant. What's the line? You need man and woman and a bit of spice, and they all go paprika. And she's like, yeah. So yes, you're paprika.
Wait, does that make me the old grumpy police detective?
No, you're the man. She's the woman, and I'm paprika. Well, at the end of that, she consumes man. So this metaphor is getting overly complicated. So.
I still would have loved to see like a couple years in the future because I get the distinct feeling that after she admitted her love for the really fat researcher, that he was about to go on a major diet.
Well, yeah, he's got something to stick around for, so. Or maybe just so they can fit in the bed together.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, sex is the best exercise.
Mm-hmm. Or clearly he died after their wedding night of a heart attack.
Heart attack!
I mean, I would too if I was screwing a woman that was that hot.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And right in the middle, you realize, oh my god, I'm having sex with her. Oh. Heart attack! His heart
Dead.
just explodes.
It was the best orgasm she ever had. And he gets one last pump in. This should be dark, but it's not at all.
Hilarious.
I'm just imagining this fat slobberknocker getting off his last shot.
And then 10 months later, or no, like 6 years, 10 months later.
Yeah.
Mommy,
yeah.
how did Daddy die?
He had an accident. He had a terrible, terrible accident. I went whaling and he never came back. I'm so mean. I don't feel that at all. Not at all. Nope, not at all. I wish I had that picture of the pug right now. I pretty much...
Sorry, accidentally opened a link that I was not aware would have audio.
What did it, like, say something silly?
It was a read more link, and then it was actually just the pirate song.
Do what you want, because a pirate is free. Our
Oh,
heart, fiddly
pirate.
dee.
Why am I not surprised you know that?
Dude, when that thing happened, the internet exploded.
Considering it's freaking Lazy Town of all things.
Lazy Town is awesome.
Dude, if that girl had been above the age of consent, yeah. Yeah. I'm not encouraging robbing the cradle, I'm just saying, yeah.
I don't know what to shoot now.
Robbing the cradle can be fun. You just have to be,
Okay.
careful about how you do it.
Grave, when that show started, she was 15.
That means you only had to wait 3 years.
And I'm not talking about when the show started. Later on, when she was, older. I have a thing for girls with pink hair. I'm just going to put it that way. It's not particularly her. I just think pink hair is awesome.
Oh, they changed actresses. I guess she got too old.
Really? Did not know that.
Well,
I haven't...
the original actress is legal now.
Oh, yeah. I gotta see this. I didn't know they changed. I know the guy that plays Spartacus or whatever is the same dude.
Yeah, originally it was Juliana Rose Morello. I'm butchering that name, and now it's Chloe Lang.
Chloe Lang.
Different white chick.
Apparently. Stefan Carl Stefansson. That's the guy that plays...
That was part 1. Stay tuned for part 2. You are now listening to part 2.
That's interesting stuff. How old is the guy that plays Spartacus? That's Magnus, what's his face? 48. He looks good for a guy who's 48. I'll give him that.
Oh, I
He was the aerobic gymnastics champion in 92.
Wow.
Wow, dude, he's an elite athlete. Holy crap. He was European champion 94, 95. I don't care what people say, anybody that's in aerobic gymnastics, yeah, gymnastics of any sort, just watch out. I had a buddy in high school who was in gymnastics. He ended up as a special forces operative. He's ridiculously fit. I'd watch him like train, and I was just like, oh my god.
And there were probably guys in his group that when they were training, they were like, dude, you were in the gymnastics, and then he takes them down.
I mean, this is a guy who could literally hold on to something with his feet.
Awesome.
We'd watch him go screw around in the monkey bars, and he'd hang by his feet from the monkey bars, and I'm like, how? He's like, oh, I'm part monkey. I'm just like, well, obviously, but how do you hang by your feet? So I'm not talking about like hanging by the tops of your feet upside down. I'm talking about hanging by your goddamn toes.
Magic.
The man was a machine. He would do like the rings and crap, and just like throwing himself all over the place, jumping around. I'm just like, oh my god! If I did that, all the bones in my body would shatter under the force. This guy would run up walls and go flying backwards. I'm like, if I ran into a wall, it'd just break. There'd be gooey bones all over the wall. Both in the literal and figurative sense of the word.
That's hysterical.
I make no excuses, dude. I was a swimmer in high school, but I was not fit like that. That shit, like, people who are, like, hardcore, like, competitive, like, gymnasts, both male and female, like, watch out. Mm-hmm. That's, like, ridiculous stuff. Those are the guys who end up doing, like, free running and shit.
Oh, free running. No, thank you. I can't even regular run, so...
You can barely walk.
Exactly.
Although we did find out that when need be, I can run.
Well, yeah, you can bend your knees.
It hurts later.
Well, yeah. I had bruised shins and I ran. Air quotes. Because I am pretty much a fucking penguin.
Just a little bit.
It's one of the reasons I don't like stairs. It requires knee bending. Knee bending.
I'm sure you'll be fine, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Robbie Rotten is still played by the same guy, too.
Yeah, that guy's actually kind of funny. He's actually a legitimately interesting actor.
He is trained in singing, Russian and English fencing, tap dancing, modern dance, stand-up comedy, comedian delight, piano, accordion, and drums. He also has a non-profit organization.
Generally, all the adults that were involved with this are...
So he's Jesus?
Both of these guys are basically Jesus. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, they were both involved in the creation of the show and thus also involved in the message, which I think is important, which is, it's important to be active, but it's also okay to not be, the best at stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's always a good message.
Just, go out and have fun. Don't worry if you're not the biggest or the fastest. I mean, this is coming from people who are champion-level athletes, but, it's a good message.
Yeah.
Especially coming from someone who's, excellent at what they do. To say, it's okay, you don't have to be like me. If you want to, that's good too, but you don't have to.
Yeah,
just
because even the best champions lost at something at some point.
Mm-hmm. Well, and so many people are so afraid of failing that they don't bother to do anything.
Yeah.
Because they don't realize that, first off, you're not automatically built best at everything. That's a rare and, few and far between sort of thing. You gotta work at it. And then, even if you work at it, you still might not be the best. That shouldn't be your point, is to be the best. It should be to be good at it.
Yeah.
No. Most things in life are about 40% genetics and 60% hard work.
Mm-hmm. You two keep talking. Talking.
What?
You two keep talking.
What am I supposed to talk to him about?
I don't know. Whatever. I can only know one half of the conversation.
What are we
Wait.
talking about?
Well, before I got on the rant about stuff, before we were talking about Final Fantasy, I can't remember how we got on that topic, but it was somewhat interesting, I guess.
The only experience I have is playing the online game.
Yeah, Kiggy's really into that. I was never big on Final Fantasy 11.
I was like lost sleep. Would think about it at work. I was obsessed for like maybe a year, maybe 2.
Okay.
Not quite. I don't even remember. That just shows how bad I am. But I'm really bad at games like Final Fantasy because I am a solo person. I did not like having to reach out and ask for help, and I like doing things on my own. And everybody was like, oh, well then you should play WoW. And I was like, WoW eats your soul. Or at least that's what people told me.
That's pretty accurate.
That WoW eats your soul?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go with that.
There's a lot of people I know who lost entire decades to that game.
Oh, wow. No, I just lost a few days, maybe. I never made the same mistake. Like, if I stayed up and only got, like, 2 hours of sleep because I was playing, then the next day I would just come home, crash, and sleep for, like, 12 hours.
Yeah.
And, you know, I never did the same thing in a row. And I tried to stay up and play, like, when I had a day off the next day. But other than that, there was maybe only, like, once or twice where I actually came home from work, sat down, started playing, and then realized, oh my god, I have to be at work in, like, 3 hours.
Always a nice feeling.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome. At least I wasn't drinking yet.
Oh, that's always the best mix.
Oh, no way. I couldn't do it now. Now I need to have, like, sleep. Sleep is important.
Sleep is good. Sleep is very good.
Sleep is very good. And I don't think I could function anymore. I think I burned myself out in the first few years after high school. And then after that, I was like, nah, I need to sleep. This is like, I always meet kids, and I have to call them kids because they're younger than me. But I always meet kids that are, like, going to turn 21, and they're so excited. They're all like, oh, I'm going to drink so much. And I'm like, be careful. And, like, moderation is always the key. Or you're going to find yourself completely burned out on alcohol by the time you're, you know, my age. Which I'm 28, and I already feel burned out on alcohol. There's, like, now it's just pretty much a sleep aid, and I don't have fun with it anymore. And
yeah.
That's sad because I'm only 28.
So I was burned out by 25. What's your point? Not even burned out. I just don't like the feeling.
I only drink enough to be sleepy. That's about it. Because over-the-counter sleep aids give me a hangover. And I don't have health insurance, so I can't get my regular kind anymore.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, a couple of glasses of vodka mixed with something else, and I get to sleep for a few hours.
Hooray.
It's really awesome.
They all seem to have sleeping problems.
I don't know what it is. I think it's our generation.
Probably.
It's like an entire generation of people with sleep disorders.
Too much stimuli, too many things to worry about, crushing pets. People are always saying that we're not worried about anything, but we're just worried about so many different things. And lots of people end up having to take work home with them.
Yeah. There's no division between work and home anymore. It's like your employer wants you available 24/7 to take care of every little thing. And you're just like, go away, I want to sleep.
And there used to be, like, an obvious line. You know, like, they couldn't call you and be like, oh, yeah, I know that you have, like, one day off this week, but you need to come in for, like, a whole 10-hour shift or something. And you're like, I just went to bed 3 hours ago. Oh, well, can you still be at work in an hour? What? They used to not be able to do things like that, and now they can do things like that because, especially when you work late into the night, technically it's the next day, so it's not illegal.
Yeah. Our country lacks laws like there has to be a 12-hour gap between each shift.
Oh, that would, like, be awesome.
Most European countries have now put that into place and jobs where you can end up working like the night shift, where if you get stuck working a really long shift or they call you in, and you've worked at like an 8-hour shift, they have to give you 12 hours between each shift. They can't demand you, like, you know, work let's say like a 5 to midnight and then come in the next morning at like 6 or 7 a.m. They have to give you time to go home, eat something, get some rest.
Yeah. No, because there's like a few people at where I work, and they're there until like 12:30 at night, and there's a couple of times a week where they get off at 12:30 a.m.
Yeah.
and they have to be there at 5:30 a.m. I'm like,
That's
what
just
do you?
bad scheduling.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you do? And one of the guys, he goes, oh, I just sleep in my car out in the parking lot. And I'm like,
when they pull that shit, they ought to be. I don't say this very often publicly, but when they pull that kind of shit in a company, there should be hazard pay for that. It's one thing when, like, I work till, let's say, 9 or 10, then come home and have to be back at work, 12 hours later at like 9 or 10 in the morning. And most days that's not even a problem because I don't have to go in till the afternoon at the very earliest most days. So I just, when I wake up in the morning, I turn the computer on, log into my account, and take care of the stuff I could do without being in the office. Then once I've had time to, wake up, get some coffee, that kind of thing, then I drive into work.
yeah.
I'm not a fan of that shit. Like, I very much believe there should be good-sized gaps, at least 8 hours, probably 10 to 12 between major 8 to 10 hour shifts.
Yeah.
Well, the only time I would spend that is for Black Friday, just because there's not really if you're gonna keep it the way it is, there's no good way to do it without having huge shifts.
Yeah. Is it weird I'm actually looking forward to Black Friday?
You're crazy.
It'll be the first time I've ever had a job that was actually influenced by it. I've never been influenced by Black Friday.
You'll never look at it the same way after working retail through one of those.
I look forward to the experience. I like new experiences. If they turn out being good, then, I've learned that they're a good experience. If they turn out to be bad, then I've learned that they're a bad experience. I try to have the brightest outlook possible on things, at least on days when I feel well. On my bad days, I usually have a black cloud over my head.
You will either have the best day ever, or you're going to despise Black Friday.
As a guy who spends his adult life basically selling things in different shapes and forms, your first Black Friday of working actual retail at a store, you'll hate everyone and everything. People are the biggest assholes they can be on Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
That's a normal week for me.
Oh no, it's going to be extra.
No.
It's also going to be a bunch of people who don't normally go to your store, who are just for the sale.
The worst you think you've seen, you haven't seen anything until you've seen people on Black Friday.
Awesome.
I don't work in retail.
I look forward to it. I hope they ask me to come in really early. I'm going to come in hungover.
You will be coming in early. You'll most likely be going in the night of Thanksgiving because Walmart opens like 8 or 9 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Thankfully, I won't have to worry about that till we do our Cyber Monday sale for our stuff, so that's when I'll have to probably deal with all the crap.
Oh, you were talking about your job? You made me automatically think of something. I got invited to a passion party.
What is a passion party?
You don't know what a passion party is?
I don't
If I remember correctly, that's a sex toy deal.
Is that what they call them? I would just call it a sex toy party. Sweetie, I don't get invited to shit.
Oh, I played dumb at work just to see what a couple of the girls would tell me what it was. And all they would say is, oh, you'll see. And in the back of my head, I was all like, that's the best you could come up with.
Yeah, I
know what it is.
When people tell me, you'll see, I don't go. If you don't have the balls to tell me what the fuck you're inviting me to, I'm not going.
Yeah.
Just like people say, eat this, and I say, what is it? And they said, just eat it. It's like, nope, not eating it now.
Nope. Not even gonna touch it.
So, what is a Bukkake Fest? You'll see.
I just did that, didn't I?
Yep.
Wow. I can't take that back. Oh. Yeah, I got invited to one by one of my ex-bosses.
So it's probably going to be more expensive than you want to pay.
I'm not going to buy anything. I'm just going because I got invited. She said I could bring somebody.
Yes, because I want to go to a passion party. And just sit there and go, well, yeah, it goes there like this. It's actually called this. Stop using stupid childish terms!
I mean, you haven't lived. You had a triple-pronged anal invader in you.
When is it?
When?
Yeah.
October.
Day.
12th.
When's the 12th?
And suddenly I'm flashing back to the picture of Kiki holding the banana with the condom on it.
No, that's a Saturday. I could probably do that.
Probably not.
I said I could probably do that.
Yay!
Saturday.
Oh, come on. You could do it even if it wasn't a Saturday. Your professors will understand.
Oh, man. My answer teacher probably would.
My foot fell asleep.
Because you're sitting on the ground.
It's no one's fault but your own, God damn it.
You go get a chair.
Okay.
I won't be
You
late.
go get that chair, God damn it.
My foot is doing weird things. Ow.
It's begging you for blood.
It's not blood. You're pinching the nerve cluster. I'm correcting you.
Because I care.
I don't care if you care. I'm correcting your idiocy. Stop propagating lies.
But that's my job as an American. America.
No, that's the job of American politicians.
Some days I feel like it's apparently every American's job. My forehead's kind of warm.
Just remember, Jesus rode a brontosaurus into Nazareth.
I've seen pictures of that. That is terrifying.
And just remember, it was the white Mormon Jesus, not the brown Jewish Jesus.
Mhm.
I give my mom crap at school every time I come in to help because they made her get the crucifix of the suffering white Mormon Jesus. I'm just like, oh my God, it's white Mormon Jesus.
Hello, what are we talking about?
White
Jesus.
Mormon Jesus.
Say what?
White Mormon Jesus.
Okay, why are we talking about that?
Because for some reason, everyone believes in the white Mormon Jesus.
Even though, from where he's supposedly from, he would not have been white.
It would have been
Yeah.
the brown Jewish Jesus.
Mhm. Hebrew and whatnot.
Yeah.
Aramaic.
That always makes me laugh.
He was from southern Palestine. Because remember, Israel didn't exist at that point. It's still just Palestine.
It's called redraws. People redraw screen caps.
Oh.
It's pretty big on Tumblr right now.
It's huge on Tumblr.
Lots of things are huge on Tumblr.
It's weird. I like the redraw better.
It's very cute, huh?
Cough,
they-
cough, sputter.
Sorry.
No, I'm still gonna make fun of you just for the shits and giggles of it.
Shits and giggles. I hope you don't shit when you giggle.
Haha!
A little bit. Kiki's sick again.
It's like what happened when I walked by the men's bathroom, or the executive men's bathroom today, and all I heard is, ah! It's just the sound of my boss.
This show is so tasteful.
Yeah. Now I went to the bathroom at work the other day, right? And I sit down, and it's no big deal,
Oh no.
It's not like I'm doing number 2. I'm just doing number 1, but I'm taking my time, right?
What did you find, like menstrual blood smeared all over the walls or something?
No.
I have in a bathroom though.
But,
It'd just be like, you come on though.
I had just sat down, and someone comes in. I'm gonna say a lady because it was the ladies' bathroom, so.
God, I hope it was a lady.
I hope so too. Sits down like 2 stalls over, right? And all I hear is. Like non-stop for the whole time I'm in there.
She's fucking whistling Dixie with her asshole.
It would have been more entertaining if it was whistling.
You would have thought you would have heard pooping in the bathroom.
It was gross.
It's a bodily function.
Maybe she has to hear it splashing.
Of doing it in the bathroom and not just squatting in the aisle or something.
I'll never forget the time I had to call the janitor because I went in to use the executive bathroom, and there was like, my boss had shit so hard it had literally come out through like the gaps in the toilet seat.
Ew.
He got like a perfect airtight seal on the fucking toilet seat. When he shit, it just like, he had like terrible explosive nightmarish diarrhea. It just shot out every direction from the toilet seat. I was like, oh God. I called the janitor. I'm like, yeah, you might want to bring a gas mask and some long, thick rubber gloves. He's like, why? I'm like, just take my word for it. He comes in with the fucking respirator. He's like, oh, Jesus Christ, you need a hazmat suit for this. It's fucking shit, like, coming down the side of the fucking toilet bowl outside. It's like, oh, God.
Oh, I've seen one of the cleaning ladies at my work go into the bathroom and run back out.
That's always a good sign.
And then she actually closed the door, put up caution tape, and when she came back, she actually had, like, a thing over her face, and, like, was completely covered from head to toe in rubber. And she had 2 other ladies with her that looked exactly the same.
Wow, that was bad.
I'm like, did somebody get murdered in there?
Well, people tend to not treat bathrooms with the greatest of respects.
I made the demand that all the women's bathrooms in our office have the orange biohazard burn bags for that time of the month. Since all the women are on the same cycle at this point, since they've all, like, synced. Best time of the month. Should be.
There's a whole week when nobody can work.
The stars, the staff. They like, those fucking things have all, like, synced up. The rest of us poor fuckers are just, like, trying to stay out of the fucking blast radius.
Ooh. And then I swear women are worse to other women at that point. Because if you're on yours, and a lady that you know is not on hers, you hate her.
What a bitch.
Because she's not on hers.
Different cycle.
Grieve does not speak for me. I do not understand other ladies and their grievances towards most other ladies.
I don't understand it either.
I realize the patriarchy has taught us that being a woman is a competition, but dude, bitches, it's just a period.
Exactly. No, I never treated anybody like that. No, but because I was on that shot thing, and I didn't have mine for like 7 years, I had so many women look at me and go, "You're a bitch. I hate you." And I'm like, that's not fair. I found a way to make myself comfortable. Maybe you should do the same. Don't hate me because I'm smarter than you.
Your period is that bad. Go see a fucking doctor.
Yeah.
Don't like me, I have no idea. I'm a man. All I have to worry about is pissing in the toilet.
Didn't know nothing. Nothing!
I don't bleed for 3 days and then not die.
Actually, for most of us, it's 5, but...
I wouldn't say most of us. That's just our experiences.
Okay.
I don't bleed for a week and then not die.
I had an ex-boyfriend who used to say that. I will never trust anything that bleeds for a week and doesn't die.
I won't trust something
so you don't trust your mom, you don't trust your grandmother.
It's like, I'm not the only woman in the world who does this, man.
Exactly. And now he has, like, 2 daughters, and I'm all like, okay, so you're not gonna trust them once they hit, like, 12?
There's an entire gap of lifespan where we just don't trust women.
That's nice. It's not very nice.
That's the unified code of chauvinism. Or is it machismo? I can never remember.
I have no idea anymore.
I don't know anything. I'm apparently from this, like, elite group of women that just don't get women, and I just don't care.
Oh no, most women don't get other women.
Yeah, but I don't try to make it a competition. I don't get along with other women because they try to make a competition out of it.
I would say you compete in other ways, unintentionally.
Huh? No?
Okay.
I don't understand why women even care,
you buy into the women-hating culture by hating a woman who in no way is trying to steal your man, nor could.
She said that she was going to, which means I hate her.
I don't understand why women make a competition out of living.
Intention. You can hate people for having the intention.
You're, okay.
Yes,
you can hate her, but your amount of hate is just fucking shit. She literally cannot do anything.
So? Intent. People go to jail for the intent to kill.
No.
It's not about the intent, it's the fact that Grieve actually...
They tried and failed.
Yes. But Grieve actually feels threatened, which makes her threat legitimate.
I'm saying she shouldn't feel threatened, because even though she could try, which I doubt she'd ever have the actual balls to, nothing would come of it, and if anything, he would stop talking to her.
I can't imagine, like, some girl trying to, steal me away from a woman that I've been seeing. It'd just be like, okay, yeah, what?
A large part of growing up for us ladies is being taught that men are these things that must be constantly kept on a leash lest another woman steal them, and then it's always that other woman's fault.
I do not keep him on a leash. I have no problem with anything he does. I have a problem with her. Because she is a giant hoe. Giant hoe.
She's a chocolate-covered cake filled with cream?
Oh.
She's giant.
And see? Now you're just not helping her
Green giant?
image. You're buying into the patriarchy. Speaking of which, there's chocolate in the kitchen.
I know, I saw that. I'm totally going to get one.
Okay, whatever you say, little Miss Misandrist.
What did he just call me?
Nothing. I didn't call you anything. You're hearing things. It's just the wind.
I don't know what that means. That's not fair. Really?
You never heard of misandry?
Men hater.
Okay,
it's the
opposite
of misogyny.
Yeah.
Which is women hating.
It's what a lot of men say they use as defense when a lot of things they cite are on a statistical level not the same. Second wave feminists are misandrous. They like, men must die, they all must burn. Yeah.
I understand they're going, I just wanted to take you on a date and buy you dinner, Jesus Christ.
Man, I do not buy in for men haters.
I don't understand men haters.
I get hating a guy because of something he did, but he does not speak for all men.
Exactly.
I like to believe that most men aren't explicitly after sex when they're, like, taking a girl out for dinner.
Well,
I'm not saying we're not all doing that, but, like, that's a really stupid way to get it.
Yeah. Well, they've been taught that, you be nice, you get a sex cookie. It's not so much always the guy as much as far as he knows, this is how it's done.
Yeah. And
that doesn't make it okay. It's just
movies, TV shows. And even before that, it was, what your father taught you or something that your grandfather said.
Oh, he's just pulling her hair because he likes her. Well, if he does that when he's older, it's called assault. Maybe you should teach him to, I don't know, express his emotions in a more positive manner.
Oh, but that makes
Men don't have emotions. Men only have massive raging erections. I'm sorry. I'll be over here.
I'd rather have a guy that would sit in front of me and say, I like you, or, cry at a sad movie, than have a guy that's going to be like, I have bigger muscles and I have a bigger penis, ha ha ha.
Men don't cry, they just stroke their massive erections.
Exactly.
End of part 2. Join us in part 3. You are now listening to part 3.
I would much rather
Look
have
about the industry I work in.
him.
I know exactly what, the stereotype is supposed to be.
I I hate stereotypes.
All men are just big, hard bodies with massive erections. And all they do is try to fuck women and make babies.
To be fair, that is the point of penis.
No, penises are for fun.
They're to make babies. We use them for fun.
Well, I mean, that's their ultimate purpose is to...
We've evolved as a society to use it for ulterior purposes because we, made these contraceptive things.
Yeah. So I'd rather play with it.
Because all every guy wants to do is make a girl pop. Both in the literal and figurative sense of the word.
Yeah, it'd be perfect.
All what every man wants is a girl pregnant and barefoot in the kitchen.
She could be going out and making money so that you can buy more toys.
Because he has to be the man, he has to make money. We're talking about society. So we still look down on guys if they don't make the same amount of money, or if they're stay-at-home dads, how dare they?
If I ever had a kid, I would make my guy stay at home and take care of them because I have no patience.
Making is also not good. It's just, we're still a very gender-centric society. Men are this, women are this.
I believe the comic I saw was the best one ever. Two men are sitting on the couch, and the one looks at the other and says, "You really gonna let your son play with dolls? Aren't you worried he's gonna what? Become a father?" As they're each holding their babies.
Mm-hmm. Because really the kid's just mimicking what his dad's doing. Yeah, dad's holding a baby, feeding it in a bottle.
What's wrong with dolls? I mean, imagination. It's good for you.
I've never had a problem with that.
You did when you were...
They're not dolls, they're action figures. Same difference.
You were very gender-centric, but that was mostly your mother's influence because your mom felt weird about male kindergarten teachers.
I remember thinking that Leanne Frank stuff was really interesting as a kid. I'm not exactly sure why. It wasn't that, like...
It's very colorful. And,
I like rainbow-colored things. I don't know what it is. Like, colorful things draw my attention. I'm very simple in that sense. But, like...
I've always liked Anne Frank.
It wasn't, like...
Frank.
Wasn't a very, like, ambiguously gender-ambiguous stuff. Oh, that kind of weirded me out a little bit. Sorry, I'll be over here.
What?
Nothing at all. That was a memory that I didn't even know I had. That was interesting. I suddenly remember my mother telling me that I needed to stop looking at the girly stuff. What the hell was wrong with me? And I'm kind of like, wait, what? Huh? I grew out of it. Like, by the time I hit grade school, I wasn't like, I didn't think anything of it. Although I still like unicorns. I'm not exactly sure why.
The unicorns are awesome.
Unicorns are very awesome.
Unicorns are maddening.
Well, yeah, they got a horn on their head.
Oh, yes. Very phallic, very phallic. They use it to poke things.
Always looking for virgins.
What now?
Always looking for virgins.
Oh, yeah.
All by themselves out in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that movie.
They're always befriended by beautiful young women.
Mm-hmm.
Stroke their massive phallic horns. Damn. I know what our next porno is going to be.
Don't forget the rainbow in there somewhere.
Oh, fuck yes.
Oh, yeah.
Then you gotta play Erasure in the background.
Awesome. I would totally watch that one.
I'm basically just ripping off Rainbow Robot Unicorn Attack?
Yeah. Yay! Well, Jimmy, you saw this end up with a Pegasus.
Mm-hmm. And I've seen the size of his horn. That says it all.
You must wonder what her parents think about her dating a horse.
Well, he has a human form, so the Pegasus is really just his dream form.
Okay.
And, isn't his horn actually part of Mamoru's golden crystal?
I think it is, actually.
Yeah.
Remember, did not read manga.
My husband suddenly came back with bags. I had no idea he had actually left the house. I thought he was just out of the room.
That's a good thing getting a divorce is difficult, isn't it?
What did he say?
That he's my bitch.
Well, we knew that, but what did he say?
Good thing getting a divorce is difficult.
Oh.
In fact,
Shit, he could probably forge the paperwork. He wouldn't even know until it'd been gone for a week.
oh no, I'm momentarily distracted. You two keep up the conversation and I might be falling out.
Oh, okay. Thank you for letting us know.
What the hell just happened?
Kiki no feel good. Kiki leave room. Bones and grieve talk.
So, I must have missed something in that conversation. I'll just be over here.
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Bones has run out of gasoline for his mind fuel, or some shit.
Who ran out of gasoline?
I did.
Oh.
I feel like
Load
there's
it back
something.
up.
Hmm?
So load it back up.
With what?
I have no clue.
Well, thanks a lot. This is why we can't have nice things, goddammit.
Exactly.
I blame Kiki. This is obviously her fault.
Everything.
I could use a topic that I originally planned to use with Cogs. Although I don't know how much you guys would really care, so maybe I'll just save that for the next time. I was kind of curious, specifically because Cogs is another anime person, kind of. Not as bad as some of us, but I always love doing the dub versus sub discussion because it's always interesting to get different takes on it.
Well, I like subs.
Yes, but why do you like subs? That's always the question.
I like subs because most of the time, at least if they're done properly, you get to know what's actually being said. You know, when they've been done properly, of course. And I would rather know what the character was meant to say than hear most of the time some bad voice actor saying the wrong lines just because they assume it'll be easier for Americans to understand.
I see.
But that's just my point of view on the whole thing. I would rather have to read subtitles quickly and, you know, occasionally miss something happening on the screen, but actually know what's going on in the story than have to listen to a bad voice actor say the wrong lines.
Who would you consider a bad voice actor?
I don't know. Like, sometimes the voice just does not fit the character.
Yeah.
I don't know where my glasses are. Where'd you leave them?
So, cite a specific character where this was a problem.
Okay, can someone catch me up on the conversation?
I opened up the sub versus dub can of worms, and now I'm cross-examining Grieve.
Oh, banana was a bad idea. You don't really watch a lot of dub anymore.
The last time I purposely watched a dub and could not stand a voice actor was, I think it was Dragon Ball Z. It's one of the characters in Dragon Ball Z.
I would not say that she is a good representation of knowing what modern dub is.
Gotcha. Well, obviously, if she's citing Dragon Ball Z.
On that subject, though, I prefer Dragon Ball Z dubbed because Goku's original voice is weird because it's the same voice actress who did his childhood voice, and he still has a little kid voice, and that's now. But
is that why he sounds so weird as an adult?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I thought that was just a man doing a really silly voice.
Yeah, so it's off-putting, and why
wouldn't you get a male voice actor for him as an adult?
I think they wanted him to seem more childish. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the woman that did Child Gohan is the same one that did Goku as a kid at Dragon Ball, and it made complete sense to switch to Sean Schmiel when he hits teenage years and into adulthood.
But I would say dubbing is a lot better these days. But that, as I've been saying before, sometimes there's just a voice that is so off-putting that I won't watch it dubbed. But there are plenty of things that I watch mostly dubbed. Like, I prefer Cowboy Bebop dubbed.
Which goes to my next question, which is the voice only off-putting because you saw it in Japanese first?
No, because there are times where I see the dub first.
Such as?
What was it? Well, because of the way I consume it now, I mostly see subs first. I watch a lot of shows on Crunchyroll now.
Well, yeah, you have Crunchyroll.
But, a lot of the pre-cure stuff, I saw dubbed first, and I prefer the subs, because...
What?
Yeah.
That was never dubbed in this country.
The first season was. Maybe not this country, but there is an English dub out there.
Yeah, that's wasn't that Thai, though?
Maybe?
That's like Southeast Asian channel.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. Those dubs are bad, and I do mean bad in comparison to the American dubs.
I originally listened to Kamichu dubbed for the subs there, but that's
I like those, actually.
That's not so much bad, it's just more of I feel like there's just a bit more emotion in the subs.
Yeah.
I watched the whole thing dubbed.
I feel like
that's what you gave me, but it has dual audio. You right click, go to Japanese audio and English subtitles if you want.
So
yeah, it's being lazy. Actually, FLCL is good either way. The dub's really good.
FLCL was special. They specifically picked their voice cast in English to replicate the sound of the Japanese voice cast. Like, Kari Walgren basically sounds exactly like the Japanese voice actress for Haruko.
I watch most of the Ghost in the Shell related stuff dubbed as well. It's really good dubbed. So did I.
Well, you're talking about Standalone Complex?
Yeah.
Yeah, Standalone Complex got $1 million dub, like Disney level shit. Not with the talent, but just the amount of money they put forward for it was ridiculous. Like, that's the reason why that dub is good is because they spent a shit ton of money dubbing that. Yeah.
And on that note, I don't think there's a dubbed Studio Ghibli that I hate.
Disney.
I can't one.
Disney.
Yeah, they've got the Disney backing, so they have A, good equipment, and B, they get good talent.
If you ever
stars too.
It's equivalent to I think it's My Neighbor Totoro originally had an English dub that wasn't Disney, and it is bad. I mean, bad. It's like the streamlined dub of Akira.
Oh god, that is shit.
Well, the Disney dubbed version of My Neighbor Totoro has the Fanning sisters, which was perfect. Because if you look at here's the behind the scenes, whenever they had a scene together where they talked to each other, Dakota Fanning would have her little sister sitting on her lap and coaxing her through scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that they got an actual sisters, and it just made it really perfect. Plus, Dakota Fanning is awesome, off the wall.
Her little sister is awesome too.
Yeah, her little sister's fantastic. Hopefully, she doesn't follow in Big Sister's shoes.
Of what? Still being awesome?
Yeah. Runaways was really awkward.
Runaways was also quite a while ago.
She still looked like she was 12.
Well, it's not her fault that she's a tiny person. If anything, that'll just help her keep getting the younger roles when she's older.
Yeah, but it was hard to watch that movie looking at her, like,
I suppose that even though she had the acting ability, they might have wanted a different actress because she still does look rather young.
I only have one thing to say.
What?
English dub of Cardcaptor Sakura, Corey Feldman, Kiros Biros.
Oh.
It wasn't actually Corey Feldman, but you know what I'm saying. Like, the guy that got to play him...
He was pretty much trying to be. But that's another good thing about modern dub is they don't do big hatchet jobs anymore. Or at least good dubbers don't.
Well, 4Kids is gone.
Yeah.
Like the stars. Nothing beats the sledgehammer on a spring weapon. Yes, it's a thing. They replaced flintlock pistols with a dagger handle with a spring that had a hammer on the end.
That's dumb.
And of course, you know, Sanji, he's sucking on lollipops, not cigarettes.
Oh yeah.
Lollipop. Uh-huh. Why can't they just...
Because they have to make sure, A, they can get a rating for the group they're trying to market it to, because we have very different cultures. And B, to get so fewer moms to you.
Because cartoons are for small children, not adults, not teenagers.
It's still kind of a concern, but...
It's something that's ridiculous. All parents have to do is raise their kids properly, and they don't have a problem.
That's not a guarantee, but if a lot of parents just look at the rating as to whether or not their child can watch something. So if you want to make sure that the rating system will have you in the market you want to get in the first place, you got to do a lot of stuff.
Well, the only reason why the rating systems are the way that they are is because of angry moms going, no, my child can't watch that. My child's this little child. And it's like, kids your child's age watch worse things in different countries, and nothing happens to them.
I wouldn't say nothing, but yes. The current rating system is a bit... I can't think straight. I have a fever. But word that means it's not right.
Incorrect.
Okay, maybe not so much that word, but shifted to what we think it should be as opposed to what it normally actually is.
Skewed.
Thank you. Skewed. I couldn't fucking think skewed.
I mean, for me, it's as simple as this. Laziness. I'm a dub man. Because I'm lazy.
To be fair, as long as, you know, the whole of the series is still there's nothing wrong with the dub. It's just, I don't like certain voice actresses, and at times it feels like nobody actually cared while they were talking to the microphone, so.
Well, the biggest difference, too, is that unless it's like Disney, they don't do group, anime doesn't have the group recording sessions like American television does.
Mm-hmm.
Like Futurama, The Simpsons, Family Guy, they all record in groups, and so that helps a lot because you can play off each other, but anime ADR is really weird because they're like a lot of, like, it's becoming a more common thing, but for a long time it was like, if you were the first guy up, you were working off the Japanese dub for your, like, how you should react.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is why they have things where, like, you know, Stephen J. Bloom would always be the first to record for a show because he had a knack for that, and then people could work off of him, which is why we got things like Cowboy Bebop. I mean, it just, like, as an aside, it's like, I kind of feel for English, you know, anime voice actors because, like, a lot of times, like, they don't even have, like, the other actors' performances to work off of. They're working, like, off a blank slate, which The Japanese do not do it all. They record together, and thus you get a far and away. It'd be like if they recorded the way they record all like animated movies in this country. I think like almost every dub would be of superior quality. But it's only just recently become a thing to do that, to have voice actors together in the booth.
I think my glasses are just in the bathroom. I hope so too. You want to go look? Well, I'm not exactly looking at anything right now, so it's probably fine. I doubt they're like on the floor or something.
Well, at least you can still see without them. That's my problem. I can't see anything.
I can't read, and the world is just... My astigmatism is worse in one eye than the other, so one side of the world is far more blurry than the other.
Good to know. But yeah, no, I'm lazy. Like, when I'm just, like, laying around, I don't want to have to read shit if I have my glasses off. And to be dead honest, that's simply why I tend to go towards dubs unless I have to do sub. Plus, there's not very many modern dubs that I can't watch in English that, like, I'm going to get a superior experience from the show by watching in Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, unlike Kiki, I thought Penny and Stocking was amazing.
I just didn't like the voice. Otherwise, it was fucking fine. I just preferred Japanese Stocking to dub Stocking.
I have still yet to watch it in Japanese, so I'm just gonna go off the American version.
Okay, well that's...
The American version was
cool. It's a good show either way.
Was different, but had the same general spirit.
Mm-hmm. Just like I prefer dubbed Ed from Cowboy Bebop to Japanese Ed.
Oh God, but that's because Vic Mignogna is an actual like good voice actor. And who doesn't love young Aaron Damaski, or I didn't say his last name, Diamuski. He's the original voice actor for Al. He was adorable. He's actually awesome as an adult. He did he's the main guy. He was the main guy in Cat Planet Cuties. I can't think of what else he's been in lately.
Oh, because I can see them at the top of my dashboard, and it reminded me. I think Bones is getting a crush on Ami-chan.
Yeah. Totally worth it.
What now?
I was saying, I think you're getting a crush on Ami-chan. Is that a Mercury?
Why do you say that?
Because every outfit she wears is cute.
Well, I like her style. Give me a break.
That's so
I like Sailor
adorable.
Moon's outfits too.
Yeah, but
Actually, I like all. I think there's been very. Sailor Usagi goes more towards like the '90s fashion, where like Amy has a lot of like stuff that still works today, but is like I think that's what I'm looking for. Not contemporary. It's classical, like stuff that works throughout time frame.
Especially that blue dress.
Hey, that blue dress was awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the reboot. I want to see if they change their clothes.
I don't know, because a lot of that stuff is still kind of popular in Japan.
Is it going to be like, is the reboot going to be like nowadays, or is it still going to be then?
I have no idea.
Because if it's then they need to stay with that style.
Well,
but if it's now, then
all the other incarnations have been in the time frame in which the incarnation was made. So
it sounds like from what the lady that wrote it has been saying is that they're going with a modern interpretation of the show. So instead of being in the early 90s, it'll be in 2014.
Yeah.
Like what I was saying to Kiki last night with the communicators, it's going to be hilarious because
they're all just going to have cell phones.
Yeah.
To be fair, it'd be nice if the cell phones had like magical, it doesn't matter where the fuck you are, you always have cell service sort of thing.
Yeah,
like a private network just.
Yeah.
Oh, or like in the live action where instead of the pin, where you can,
where they took pictures
the
with the cell
transformation
phone,
pin?
and they all had that ability?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
That would be really awesome. Like, okay, I want to look like this person so I can sneak in. Click. Click. That was
they could
awesome.
keep an archive so they can go back to it.
Because I remember that was like the coolest thing that was actually one of the things that I actually liked about it, because I didn't really like the live action.
You should.
I know.
Well, the live action was kind of silly from the first couple episodes I saw of it.
Oh, no, it was so dramatic at the end.
I did not like the fact that Venus was like only there because she was dying and she wanted to fix something before she died. And then Sailor Moon isn't like this healer of things, and she isn't like the person who fixes everything. She is the destroyer.
No, Usagi is a healer. Princess Serenity is a destroyer. And in this, they're more like literally two different people sharing a body.
Yeah, but it's like same entity, so that's what I think of. Okay, so Princess Serenity, instead of being,
wasn't
prim
Serenity
and proper and, I'm princess.
Wasn't Serenity raging because Edimon or whatever had been destroyed?
Endymion, yes.
Yeah.
He was killed during the attack, so she just like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And
it's more of the raging bull type deal than anything else.
He was the only one that made her feel normal. And when that's taken away, she went into, life isn't worth living. Everybody dies.
Well,
which is the worst message to put out there.
Yes, but the show shows that she's wrong and that Usagi is better because she does not feel that way.
It's contextual. It's life experiences.
You have to remember, in this version, they're two different people. They have different lives and experiences.
In every version, they're technically two different people, but they're reincarnations.
Well, when she's in Princess Serenity form in the anime after Rebirth, that's still Usagi.
Yeah, well, even during the Rebirth thing, I mean, later she remembers everything, so it was still her.
Well, no.
It's not like she's two different people where she's like, oh, I turned into Serenity. What happened, guys? It was, oh, well, shit, I did it again, and I have superpowers.
Well, in the case of live action, it's more like MPD. It's multiple personalities.
Yeah, and the problem is that Serenity A knows how to use powers, and B is such a strong force that Usagi has difficulty not letting her take over.
Yeah, well, because Serenity is the more experienced person. If they gave Usagi more time, I mean, if she had more time and there was actually somebody around to train her for it, she could have easily went, hey, Serenity, bitch, back off.
Well, yeah, but she didn't, because this evil force doesn't give shit. It's like, no, I want the prince. Back up.
Doesn't she end up doing what every great MPD case is, and the two personalities basically merge in the end?
Kind of. Well, maybe.
Because
after she destroys everything again. Spoilers.
Spoiler alert!
Essentially,
well, it's not as if I'm going to watch the live action, so you're fine.
Her and Usagi have a conversation, it's like, essentially, let's worry less about the power thing and more about living.
Yeah, it's a reconciliation of the
bring everybody
personalities.
Back and we'll just take away the powers.
Yeah, but isn't Venus still dead?
No, in the reverse, she's alive. Remember the special? Their wedding?
Did I watch that?
Yes, I made you watch it.
Oh, then I forgot about it.
Yeah. She brings Venus back to life.
Come on, this is Sailor Moon. No one stays dead forever.
They don't. I mean, come on. Like, watch. I know you're going to watch the whole thing. So, when you're done with Stars, promise me that you counted how many times she technically died.
I'll keep it in mind.
Me. Because
I have no idea how I'm going to watch Stars because it's not available in any legitimate format.
I suppose that I could just use the program and play what I have.
Yeah, that would work.
Do you want me to come over and watch it too?
Fucking watch Stars, bitch.
I can't bring myself to.
Seriously, anime Seiya is much less of a shit than manga Seiya. Because yes, they both want to get you with Usagi, but at least anime Seiya has the benefit of not knowing that Mamoru is dead and manipulating her through that.
Now I don't want to read the manga either.
To be fair, in the manga, like, everybody loves Usagi to, like, a horrifying amount. The anime let them have, like, lives.
That's creepy.
Everybody wants a piece of Usagi.
Either it's sexual or, like, I don't need a life outside of her.
That's creepy. No.
That is creepy.
That's Usagi.
Like, people that surround her, like, feel this way about her.
Like, do you think I should read it before
to be fair. No, because I don't know what they're going to take from it and what they're not going to take from it, like they've done with every incarnation. It will be its own thing while still being saleable.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see it done in a modern animation style.
I really, really hope that she gets to, like, my one little thing is really stupid. It's really, really stupid.
Okay.
I want to see the girls actually be girls and, like, have different hairstyles, you know, every once in a while.
Oh, that's a bit easier
wear more different outfits.
Animation.
Yeah, but I know they're not going to. I know they're going to keep raised hair long and black and always down, and I know they're going to keep,
Usagi's always being meat buns.
Yeah.
Or dango.
Minako's hair is always going to be in, like, the half ponytail with
it's an easy way to make sure you know what character's on screen.
And how do you say Jupiter's name? Makoto. She's always in her hair in a ponytail.
Yeah.
And Amy's always going to have short hair. And can't Amy's hair grow?
No, because...
I mean, this happens over the course of several years. I mean, can't her hair grow?
I imagine Amy's the kind of person who, like, gives herself a haircut every week.
Oh.
Must be prim and proper.
Let your hair grow. Put some clips in it or something. Do something.
It's more amazing to see Usagi's hair without the buns in. It's just like, holy crap, that's a lot of hair.
Yeah, her hair is even longer than Venus's.
In the manga, especially after she first becomes the princess, her hair actually has a problem of constantly growing at fast rates.
Awesome.
That's always fun.
Because her body's trying to become more like Serenity's body. And Serenity had fucking long ass hair.
Unless you watch the original one.
No, the manga. I'm talking about the manga version.
Oh, the manga version?
Yes.
Yeah. Because I never saw anything like that. That would have been really funny.
That would have been, as an old style animation, though, that would have been annoying.
Yeah.
That's something you do with a movie, but
like every other
TV budget.
Like every other frame, you have to make it, like, a few inches longer. Oh my god. But no, that's my thing, is because they're all supposed to be in some way, aside from Jupiter.
Jupiter's still girly.
Jupiter's like the tiniest little bit, like, her earrings are girly and she bakes.
She's also an excellent ice skater.
Yes.
And she loves to dance.
Yes, I remember that.
Jupiter's whole deal is that she's tough but feminine.
Yes.
Yes. But I would like to see them be a little more, you know, like actually change up their hairstyles, you know,
especially in animation, you keep certain things very consistent just to make it easy for people to go, oh yeah, that person's on screen.
Yeah.
But the clothing is going to be interesting just because it's with computers, it's much easier to animate quickly and cheaply, so they can do a lot more with like their wardrobes. Like they'll probably still only have like probably 3 or 4 major outfits, but it's more than they used to have.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they're much more complex than they used to be. Like let's be honest, the stuff in the 90s, it's pretty simple stuff. It's, single color dresses and, like major single colors of like tops and bottoms and that kind of thing.
Yeah, which kind of takes me back to like my whole, I wonder how, if they're going to make it more modern, then I wonder how they're going to dress them.
I don't know. And I have been brought my glasses. I have sighted them.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Like, I totally picture, Venus being a bit of a Lolita.
Part 3 is now over. Stay tuned for part 4. You are now listening to part 4.
So,
It's hard to say.
why would she be a Lolita?
Well, because she's like extra girly.
How is that Lolita?
I don't know, I just picture her kind of, like having the dresses.
If anybody's like that, it's probably
umbrella.
Usagi.
Yeah, Usagi's very feminine, actually.
Minako is
I don't
feminine.
think her mom would buy her things like that. I think her mom would be like, no, you fall down too much. And, her style would be more, casual girly. Where, Minako
For the billionth time.
doesn't fall down as much.
Not the anime version of her.
And she has
Yeah.
her own money.
She has a budget though, because she lives alone. Sure, she's probably got a bit of Sailor Moon moolah, but from what I understand, she's not really actually connected to the franchise. They're just using her likeness.
Which you get paid a lot of money for.
No, because it's a secret identity.
That actually would be a great way to explain how she can live alone, is that, like, she's making money off the royalties from Sailor V.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just like, write it as, she was the actress that portrayed her or whatever. It's a secret identity, but it's also, like a joke. So the in-joke is that it's also, like, it's the precursor to all the Sailor Moon shit going on in the reality.
I just look forward to seeing, like, promos and stuff to see how they're gonna dress them, because when it comes to animes especially, I'm a very visual person.
Yeah.
And, I always liked the original Sailor Moon anime because I thought the girls always dressed, reasonably conservative, and that was okay for the time.
Yeah.
Girls are more out there now. And I could totally see Amy still dressing very conservative. She's probably the girl at school that actually has knee-length skirts, but the other girls, probably rolling up their skirts, probably have, the baggy socks and stuff.
I don't know so much about rolling up your skirt.
That's the other thing.
Depends on what city you come from, really.
The Sailor Fuku aren't even like a thing anymore. Like, the uniforms would be, like, if they're gonna go by, like, logistically, like, what uniforms are like now, they're
they're more Western style.
They're way the fuck different now.
Most anime still use it because it's, part of the anime culture.
Yeah, it's classical.
But no, I got the rolling up skirt thing from a manga that I actually read that was done in the last, 5 years or whatever. And there was this girl that was trying to change from being very conservative, she kept her skirts quite long and everything like that. And when she started trying to be more like the other girls, she started rolling the top of her skirt so that her skirt would be shorter.
I don't imagine that happening, really.
That's more of a Yankee thing.
Yankees like ankle-length skirt.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of,
Yeah, they wear like ankle-length skirts. And
is it the Garu I'm thinking of that go the other way?
think so.
I don't know. I would totally see Jupiter as being a Yankee.
Oh, dude, Jupiter's totally a Yankee. I don't think that's even a question.
I want them to keep in the fact that she has to wear her old school uniform because they don't have any of her size stuff.
Oh, that would still be awesome.
What now?
Because she transfers to Usagi's school, but throughout the entire time they're in junior high, she wears her previous school's uniform because her school doesn't carry the uniform in her size because she's such a tall girl.
That's hilarious. I did not know that. Well, there goes that joke. Good job, Kiki. Way to give it away.
It is sweet, though, that when they all go to high school, they kind of get to wear the same uniform. Well, except for Ray. But...
Yeah, because Ray still goes to private school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But the other 4... Wow, I totally did that. The other 4 end up in the same high school and all wearing the same uniform, so Ray is the only, odd man out.
See, and that just seems silly to me why they wouldn't have her. Like, I get the logistics in the story, but at the same time, it wouldn't have been that hard to write it that she joined them at that high school.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been that hard. It's keeping a lot with the character because Kiki stepped out
Again.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna have to ask her when she gets back because I cannot remember quite, but I'm pretty sure that I think it's like Ray's dad or something.
Ray's family comes from money. She's going to the preparatory school.
Yeah, she goes to a private school, which I believe has a high school attached to it.
Yeah.
And maybe even a university. So she is going to constantly be staying at that school. And it would be like a step down for her if she went to school with everybody else.
Yeah.
She's already in this high level school. She gets good grades and other things like that. And her family pays for it.
Yeah. Her father's like a diet member or something, I think.
I can never remember. I know that
I think he's a politician of some sort.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's a decent amount of money. Surprisingly, their family is very well off. Actually, I think Amy's family is like that too, actually, despite the fact they never bring up her father's not in the picture, but her mother, makes a ton of money. She's a doctor, I think.
Yeah, her mom's a doctor.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where it's I'm sure that Amy would go to a private school, but Amy doesn't like the idea of, spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
Well, I would imagine, except for colleges, a lot public school's pretty decent, so
yeah,
she's more worried about getting the proper grades and less about the school name.
Yeah, she's not really worried about that because she's very studious, so she's going to go to a good university anyway, so who cares?
Yeah.
The girl could probably test into just about any high school in the entire Tokyo area without any problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which actually makes me wonder why they didn't just have her, get into a really good high school because, I'm a huge Usagi fan, but she's an idiot.
Well, remember, her and Minako had to remake up their tests in order to get into that high school.
Yeah.
They probably chose collectively to go together to defend her, though.
Just so that they would be at school with her. Yeah.
Yeah, and it should hit the fan, it'd be nearby.
Yeah, and Ray really can't do anything about where she goes to school. Her father's influence really affects that,
So it was her father that's a diet member or some shit. He's a high-level politician.
Yeah. I don't know if the anime they ever say, exactly what he is.
I don't even think they mentioned her father in the anime, because I don't remember them ever mentioning him. They talk about her grandfather, who she lives with, but...
Her grandfather's a riot.
Yeah. They never explain, if that's her father's father or her mother's father either. So.
Yeah. No, I have a feeling it's like her mother's father.
That's her mother's father. It's the Shinto priestess, or not priestess, the Mikos are handed down from mother to daughter.
Yeah, it's probably her mother's.
That's her maternal grandfather.
Yeah. No, I hope they make him less cartoony, actually, in the new one. I want him to be like a proper grandfather.
He's kind of
No, I like him as kind of like a little imp. He's great that way. It plays well.
Well, they can still make him a little imp, but not make him so cartoony.
Well, he was worse than the dub. He was another one that really got shafted by the dub.
How about the poor guy that Usagi's friend is like he's the male classmate with the glasses?
Oh, God.
Yeah, he was, or Imiku or whatever. Umino, yeah. He got shafted hard in the dub.
Yeah.
Not that he's an important character, but he got shafted.
Join my snail racing club.
He's actually an interesting guy in the subs, like in the Japanese dub. He's all like, hey guys, what's up? What's going on? What's shaking, bacon? Like he's kind of fun and silly. Like, he's obviously comedic relief, but he's like, he's all like, so what are you guys talking about? Like, oh, nothing. Oh, really? Oh, okay. I thought you guys were talking about boys. No. Oh, we're talking about how much you smell. Okay. God damn it, I'm out of Kool-Aid. Oh, well.
No, must never be out of Kool-Aid.
Well, I could go get more, but then we're going upstairs. And I'm lazy.
Silence.
Well,
but yes, another week of Sailor Moon. God damn it, it's all-consuming.
Right now it is. I have a feeling that, like, after the reboot comes out...
we're going to continue to talk about it.
Yeah, but then, like, when it's over, we're just going to be over it.
I doubt that.
We're going to be all OD'd, like, I need my shot of Sailor Moon. I'm going through withdrawals.
Because we have no idea how long the reboot's going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are they going to, like, maybe even have more seasons?
They haven't said. It probably depends on how well
it does.
The first season's going to do awesome.
I imagine it's going to be amazing, and they're probably going to do, like, probably at least 2 seasons, maybe 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm. Because I don't know how much they're planning on covering, so...
My bet is that they'll do the first 26 episodes. They'll condense down like the first half of the series.
Oh, I hope they don't. I really don't want them to do that.
Well, they do a lot less filler these days.
Yeah.
So.
Well, because they're not adapting stuff while it's still in production. Like Sailor Moon is done being written, so they can basically, they can say, well, we're going to do books, 1, 2, and 3 or whatever. And then work out however many episodes that's going to be, and then put it into production.
But I like filler. I like storyline.
Well, no, there's a difference.
No, filler is lack of storyline. That's just killing time.
There's a monster in this episode. Oh no. There might be some big character development, but it doesn't actually have anything to do with plot.
I just want them to go through the whole thing. I want them to tell the story. And, there's action. If this happens, that happens, But I want the story. There were so many things I was confused about, even watching, like, the anime, the first anime. It was like, but what about this? Oh, that's in the manga. Well, what if you don't want to read the manga?
Well, fuck you.
I know, right?
What's in the manga that you were confused about from the anime?
I don't have any examples for you right now.
And maybe you should watch Stars.
You're mean.
Because remember, Super S almost killed the show. It got bad ratings.
How did Super S get really bad ratings?
People did not care for it because it was very comical coming off of what was really dramatic from S.
I don't remember it being that comical.
Well, is that why Super S is only $150?
Yeah.
It's really interesting, too, because after the first 2 seasons, it's Genion that did S and Super S, and so it's got both the sub and the dub in the last 2 seasons.
Fine, I'll watch Stars.
Yay.
Eventually.
Yay.
Someday. Soon.
Eventually. And then I'm gonna end up calling Kiki and going, what the fuck?
It's okay, just watch the next episode.
Exactly.
I have internet again. You're gonna get streaming comments.
Okay.
Hooray.
Like, you're never gonna want to go on Skype again.
Okay, I'm having trouble being upright, so I'm actually gonna call the show right here.
Cool. Alright.
Okay.
Because I'm having the same problem, and I didn't want to be like, oh, we haven't even been going for 2 hours.
You just had the pleasure of listening to episode 36 of the Super Happy Fun Gamatron Party with Kiki, Rose, and Bree. Is Miss Kiki ever not sick?
So, I'll edit this when I feel better.
Yeah, no problem. Alright, folks, it's been fun. We'll check you next time.
Episode 36 is in the can.
Yay!
Remember to watch Sailor Moon!
Yes.
When it comes out, or other incarnations. Buy the manga.
Buy the manga!
Buy the
Support
manga.
your local, whatever. I can't think of what it's called. Licensing companies.
Good night, Bones.
Good night, Grave. Good night, Kiki.